Hi there, welcome to the Fundamental channel. Today I want to talk about leveling up and actually read a poem that I've written about leveling up. Of course, it's very easy to be a critic, and that actually everyone is a critic these days. So I think it's important if we can actually come up with some solutions. So, big gasp. My solution to leveling up is that we change the capital city from London, and I suggest Leeds. And I suggest Leeds purely because I know the city well. Could equally be Carlisle, Lancaster, Lincoln, Newcastle, many others. So you'll all have your own reasons for picking a particular city. And now this isn't a poem really to have a go at Londoners or London, but mainly the serving elite. Because they've spread so much nonsense. If London thrives, the rest of the country thrives. And we all know that is absolute garbage now. Because if that was true, we wouldn't have a great north-south divide where you may die 30 years younger just for being born, say, in Blackpool, as opposed to Knightsbridge. And incidentally, I mean, as London has some of the most poorest areas in the country, you people know that is garbage too. And it also might be a bonus for Londoners because it might get rid of some of the political tosspots or the corporate muppets out of your city. Anyway, this is the poem. City Mile in London has bled the UK dry. How was this allowed? Can somebody explain why? For the rest of the country, it's done very few good deeds. Time to change the capital city. May I suggest Leeds? Just the very idea, you can hear the corporates sighing. But they are the reason the North's been steadily dying. So take funds away from this cesspit of greed, and as the northern parts do prosper, scraps of our success we'll drip feed. Leeds is, as others, a fabulous city, minus a knife pandemic, or a mayor that is shitty. Tall city centre apartments with more reasonable rents, meaning far less homeless living in tents. There's the taxi on water, canal and river air. You can travel around the city without fine, only fare. There's a busy rail network, the airport too, and will by now have the tram, but for 40-year Westminster screw. The universities too have achieved great renown, although with Sir Keir Starmer they've educated a clown. And if it's culture you're after, city varieties for laughter, theatres, the Playhouse and the Grand, Millennium Square and the Arena for a singers or band. At top of north you can see Mozart's magic flute. Maybe time for the Nutcracker, if off to the ballet you scoot. Whatever your taste, there are museums galore. Royal armouries will show you the types of armour they wore. Old surgical instruments at Thackeray's Medical Hall, including the one for removing a ball. There's rugby with the Rhinos in Headingley's thriving part. Or watch the White Rosed Root and Harry Brooks play cricket if you're smart. The Peacocks play at Elland Road, and the crowd don't half make some noise, quite unlike the Serenity at Kirkstall Abbey in Alan Bennett's History Boys. If it's shopping that thrills you, where should you gander? The historic Kirkgate Market for a gentle meander, the Corn Exchange's splendour and its amazing domed ceiling. High-class Victoria Gate is also designer appealing. Thornton Arcade, Trinity and White Rose too, Hedrow and Boy Lane, to name but a few. The city, of course, has a large financial quarter. Channel 4 and the Beeb when you need a reporter. You should set this poem to music. Somebody ought to. Because after sampling beers at the craft breweries, I'm a modern-day Cole Porter. The city is known for film and TV production, and far less sleaze or political corruption. Although it is somewhat lacking in shady Russian oligarchs. It has a large number of green spaces, including the new park. It's a city less divided than Old London town. The folk are mainly upbeat, despite the elite wearing them down. But of course, this switch those in power will never permit, because in real levelling up, they just don't give a shit. Thank you.